Welcome to Type C Tech Reviews. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Jlink E27QP 4K, even though it's a 1440p monitor. If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same monitor, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But let's get this thing unboxed. This is going to be the first ever unboxing and review in one video. I'm going to take a few hours to go through some of the testing with this monitor, and then we're going to do the unboxing and review in a single video because this monitor is fairly basic, which is not a bad thing. $300 price point, looks like pretty good packaging. We have the base of the stand, which is actually quite large, although fairly lightweight. Feels like metal. Here we go. Looks like a completely solid metal, not super heavy. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of metal in there, but I mean, the whole thing is solid metal, which is pretty cool. The other half of the height adjustable part of the stand. Now this is plastic. We have a little foam brick right there. It is a clip-in stand, which is very nice. We got the clip-in back there. Height adjustable. It's going to have tilt. And looks like it's going to have some swivel right there. Let's put this together, which, unfortunately does not have thumb screws, so there's gonna be some screws somewhere in this box. We've got the power cable here, which looks to be pretty short. So yeah, not a super long cable here. We've then got a bag with the screws for the stand, a DisplayPort cable, and then the rest of the power cable. Now the interesting thing here is that I just did a review on a KTC H2722. These are all basically coming from the same factory. These are China manufactured panels. As you can see, we'll pull this off really quick. There's the back of the panel. It looks identical to the last one, even though this is a VA panel and the last one was an IPS panel. I believe Cooler Master, this company, probably a lot of other those gaming companies, will go with a China manufacturer and just, well, get it really cheap. But the overall shell is exactly the same. They're just putting different stands like this one and then different panels inside of that shell, which is super interesting. Same power bricks and everything like that. Very interesting here. All right, so to put this together, you will need a screwdriver. I'm gonna just place those right in there, and then we'll see if my Swiss Army knife can screw these in. All right, now with all of that in, let's get this on the panel. All we gotta do, since it's a clip-in stand, lock the top in, press it down. Did that clip in? Yeah, I guess it did. All right, and then pull it up, take the plastic off, and then there we go. Now I can tell you right away, there is RGB right here and right there. It is not bright. It will never be bright enough. This is literally the exact same shell with a totally different panel inside. Menu system's down here. The menu system, I'm assuming, is going to be exactly the same. How does the stand do? Not bad. The fit and finish is actually quite good. The tilt is a little bit weird, but it works better than a lot of Samsung monitors, honestly. And we do have a little bit of swivel, not a ton, though it does not feel like the best swivel. It's kind of almost grainy. And then we have full rotation. Oh, and it does actually have a little locking. I really like that. So it kind of locks into position there and it locks flat. That is actually really nice. That's a nice feature that not a lot of high-end monitors have. So that's cool. As far as ports, it's exactly the same as the last monitor that I just reviewed. 2 display ports. I'm assuming these are going to be 1.2s, 1 HDMI, and then a USB Type A with no upstream port, so that's just for power. Then obviously a 3.5mm audio out. As far as how it looks on the front, well, you're going to see quite a lot of monitors with this exact same look, just a different logo right there. This is all the same on all these different monitors. There's quite a few of them now. Is that a bad thing? No, because it cuts cost and allows you to save money. But is this monitor worth it? I'm gonna get this thing hooked up, I'm gonna test it, and then we're gonna go through, and then I'm gonna do the full review for you on camera. First time ever we have an unboxing and review in the same video. Let's do it. All right, now we're starting the review for this Jlink monitor. I'm gonna tell you right away, and this may be, well, not what you wanna hear for some of you. If you're looking to buy this monitor, do not get this monitor. Unless it's in an extreme sale, I wouldn't really recommend this monitor. Now, after going through and testing all of this stuff and going over and comparing to different monitors that I reviewed and all of the other monitors in the industry, I recommend the Dell S2722DGM over this monitor for a few reasons. Now, some of the main things right away is this and the Dell are exactly the same with the size of the monitor, 27 inches, and the resolution, 2560 by 1440p. It's got a PPI of about 109, so if you can come in close here, you can see you're not gonna see any visible pixelation with images like this, games, things like that. If you're getting on more desktop usage, you can see I have a folder over here, and you can see there's a little bit of visible pixelation. It's not crazy though. So desktop usage, all of that, the PPI is good here. And again, the PPI is pixels per inch, just how crisp and clear this panel is actually gonna look to your eye. Now, this is high refresh rate, just like the Dell is. This one hits 165 Hertz and has FreeSync. The Dell does as well. So most of it is exactly the same, but here we're gonna get to the differences. Right away, we can go to the menu system here and we're gonna go into the brightness. currently at 90, that's 100. So this will go a little bit over 300 nits, around 320 nits of brightness, whereas the Dell will actually hit closer to 400 nits of brightness. That's in SDR content, very good. Now, you might say, well, this has HDR, the Dell doesn't. I can tell you right away, this HDR sucks. One, it doesn't have the color gamut for really good HDR, and second of all, it just sucks overall. There's got some weird stuff going on. This is also in the other monitor, the KTC that I reviewed, probably manufactured at the same plant. HDR is bad. That's the main point here. The other thing that you don't get with this, as you can see, this one totally flat panel. With the Dell, you do get a slight curve of 1500R. A little bit more than slight. I would say that's probably medium curve. For me, I would rather have a curve than not a curve. However, this is the main point, and this is the main reason that I do not recommend this. We'll go in here, and we're gonna open a ghosting test. Now, I'm gonna grab the camera really quick, and I'm gonna show you what the ghosting looks like. And you can see, man, is that terrible. Now, you might be like, okay, well, maybe it's not in the fastest response time setting. Well, absolutely, it actually is. I went in here, went through all the different overdrive settings. It is currently on the highest. There's no pixel overshooting, but there is a ton of ghosting. Now, if we go here into off, there's even more ghosting. That's how it's gonna come from the factory. Not good. Now, the main point here is that that is going to be the thing that's going to affect your gaming performance. This, gaming on this, while it was still an enjoyable gaming experience, it was, well, there was quite a bit of noticeable ghosting. The Dell has significantly, by multiple times, better ghosting than this monitor. Now, you might say, well, this is, manufactured in China, it's gonna be cheaper. Well, let's go over that. These are current Amazon prices. This is the Jlink. Current Amazon prices, it's listed for $329.99. It's currently on sale for $250 or around $250, $249.99 with a $50 coupon, which means you can get this for $200. Now that's really good. Actually, when we started the unboxing process a few hours ago, this was at $275, okay? So the pricing changes all the time. Now we can see on the Dell over here, this is listed for $275.99. Has a lower overall price tag. I don't even know if you can see that. There we go, you can see a lower overall price tag starting at $300. Now, this is a $75 difference currently, but the majority of the time, it's gonna be less than a $75 difference. For the extra money, you're getting a curve, you're getting a gaming experience that's actually good. This one it's a lot of ghosting. It's more ghosting than I could ever really recommend for any monitor. Now, if that's worth $75 to you, for me, it would absolutely be worth it. And those are really the key differences. You're getting higher brightness on the Dell, you're getting a better menu system. You can see the menu system isn't bad here. It's functional, it works, it doesn't look good at all, right? It looks terrible, but it works and it functions. However, little things like accuracy out of the box is going to be better on the Dell. Things like different settings and more settings that you can change on the Dell, it's going to be a little bit better. They have little things like, there's like a little underlight that's down here. It's got a dedicated power button. The overall standard build quality is just better overall. The overall experience between this and the Dell S2722DGM is just crazy. That's why I really cannot recommend this, even though currently it is $75 less than this. That's just not enough to justify the gaming experience. So there you go. If you want to check out either of these monitors, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. I will also link right here my review of the Dell S2722DGM. Fantastic monitor, especially if you want a VA panel with that higher contrast ratio. Both of these are going to have very similar contrast ratios. You're just going to get deeper blacks than an IPS panel. All right, but this is Type C Tech Reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next video.